everyone, and welcome back to Tokyo Tuesdays, the segment in which I head to the Tokyo Disney theme parks to sample and review every last eatery. For our 48th episode, we had another request. So this week, just for Manny Santiago, we're headed off to Magellans Lounge. To get to Magellans Lounge, start in Tokyo Disney Sea's Mediterranean Harbor. Head straight in through the vaulted passageway. When you find yourself under the open sky again, veer to your left. Head up the ramp, keeping the water on your right, passing gondolier snacks on your left. When you reach the top of the ramp, turn right to cross the bridge. If you've turned in the correct place, you should have the harbor on your right and the Disney Sea electric railway tracks on your left. Cross all the way across the bridge, and as soon as you reach the other side, turn right. Ahead of you, you'll see fortress explorations built into the side of Mount Prometheus and partially overrun with old lava flows. Go ahead and head into this area. Keep moving forward until you've almost reached the other side of the fortress. At this point, make a hard right turn, almost a U-turn, and there you'll see the entrance to Magellans Lounge. Set in the beautifully designed fortress explorations, Magellans Lounge is a table service eatery that doesn't require reservations. You may still want to show up early though, because the beauty of this location is well worth the effort to get in. My camera doesn't do this place justice. With its rich, dark, intricately carved wooden columns and chairs, wrought iron lighting fixtures, and beautiful murals. The decor really does feel like it could be some secret inventors club from the Renaissance. A place to have drinks and discuss high-minded things. Or, in this case, a place to have a peaceful sit-down and relax with the added bonus of food and drinks. So today I am at Magellans Lounge. Magellans Lounge, not to be confused with just Magellans. They are at the same location, same door. One requires reservations and the other does not. I'll give you 3 guesses as to which one I'm at, and the first 2 don't count. Did you guess the one without reservations? Because that's the one I'm at. This is a very fancy location. I ordered one of the dessert sets and it came with coffee or tea, and I ordered the coffee. I'm not a big coffee drinker, but I have to choose one. It's usually coffee. And already they've brought me like a full set of very fancy, reasonably sized spoons and what looks to be like a sugar dish. Very, very above board sort of service so far, and I've just gotten here. One of the reasons why I got into this place so easily, I think, is because I very surreptitiously went right during the middle of a new parade, so so yeah, I'm just gonna hang out here and sort of relax, take in the really chill ambiance, and I will check back in when my various foods arrive. Alright, see ya. I turned the camera back on because I have a fairly nice view of the bar from here, and I'm relatively certain that my food/drinks, I realized I only ordered drinks after the fact, but whatever. But yeah, I have a good view of the bar right now, and I think my stuff's about to show up, and so maybe I can get footage of the food arriving. Let's see. Okay. Arigato. 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 That is nice looking, isn't it? So, just so you have a chance to see, that is a very nice coaster. And this is very similar to the melon soda float that I had at Teddy Roosevelt's, only they gave me a straw with this one. I'm so happy. And then a coffee which I'm not going to really try and show you terribly hard, but it's very nice looking. I'll take a photo of that. And it looks like cream. Very nice. I figured while I wait for my dessert to arrive, I could at least try my coffee. As I said, I'm not really a coffee drinker. I tend to think that it tastes mostly like dirt. But a number of the schools that I work at give me coffee every single time I go into work. And so it's sort of grown on me a little. So, that's what I say. Hi. Arigato. Arigatou gozaimasu. Dessert arrived. Put off the coffee for one moment longer. So again, I'm not going to try and show this to you, but it's very fancy looking. I've got just desserts. Really nice desserts. Chocolate cake, vanilla ice cream. It's sort of Japanese dessert that I've never really understood what it is, but I'm about to find out. Some fresh fruits and some wine jelly, it looks like. So that'll be fun. Coffee still feels a little bit hot, so I'm going to actually start with the desserts. I have no idea what utensil I'm supposed to use for what, though. I'm going to try the spoon on this thing that looks like candy spaghetti. It almost has a cinnamon flavor to it, but not quite. Whatever the flavor is, it reminds me of Christmas. It's not Christmas yet. It's not even Halloween yet, but this is a flavor that I associate with Christmas. Let me try more of it and see if I can't pinpoint what this is. It's almost gingerbread-like. Yeah, I think whatever this is, it's firing off receptors of gingerbread in my head. It's not bad. I was afraid that I wouldn't like it. I feel so utterly classless being here by myself with my camera. This is such a fancy place, and here's me with my camera and my microphone and taking pictures of my food. I am a trash person. I'm gonna have to eat the vanilla next because it is starting to melt on my plate. I feel a little less conspicuous now because it's Halloween time, or almost Halloween time. Costumes are allowed in the park right now, and a group of people wearing Kingdom Hearts costumes just arrived. Looks like Roxas, Axis, and what's the girl with the black hair? I can't remember her name. Naminé, or no? That's whatever. I am no longer the weirdest one here. I'm also no longer the coolest one here, both at the same time. Ooh. That ice cream is quite tasty. I don't know if that's real vanilla or what, but it's definitely more powerful than just a standard vanilla that you would buy like in the grocery store. Coffee should be of a drinkable temperature now. I'm going to try the coffee straight, which is not how I drink it. I barely drink it at all, and I certainly don't drink it black. But just because we're trying new things, let's try it this way. Oh, no. Definitely not. Not for me. And this is why I do not understand coffee as a drink. If I have to add so much to it to make it palatable, then what's the point? Though, I mean, to be fair, I don't eat eggs, and if you add, flour, sugar, baking soda, chocolate, heat, if you add enough stuff to eggs, turn it into a cake, then I will definitely eat eggs. So I guess I shouldn't complain too much about the fact that I have to add stuff to coffee to make it palatable. Much better. I don't know, have I mentioned I don't like coffee? How many times have I said that now? Let's do cake next, shall we? They gave me all these utensils. I feel like I have to use them all. That is a really good cake. Very, very rich, very, very smooth. It's basically just 1 degree away from being a bar of chocolate on my plate. Let's see. Very little texture, it's just smooth. If there's anything that goes together better than chocolate and raspberry, I don't know what it is. That's not true. I do know what it is. It's cheese and more cheese. But other than that, time for fruit and jelly. Assuming this is mint. Smells like mint. Tastes like mint. I assume that it is mint. Let's try the jelly. I actually enjoyed the jelly. I was not no, aftertaste. Yep, there's an aftertaste. I was not expecting to like the jelly at all. Jelly in general is not one of my favorite foods. Simply because I can't eat a lot of it. The texture outdoes me really, really quickly. But I also don't like wine. And so jellied wine, I was like, that's probably not a winning combination for me. Surprisingly though, before the aftertaste kicks in, it's quite nice. Come here. Yeah, it's just white wine, jelly. Jelly. Tastes vaguely of fruit. And then the aftertaste, which is of wine. We will try the melon soda. Ooh, that does not mix well with real fruit, but it's quite good. So that's it for me at Magellan's. I'm going to be off to the next place, and I will see you wherever that is. Bye. Now that we're home, let's delve into the review. Service is a 5 out of 5. This is not an easy category to score a 5 in with me, but I do feel like Magellans Lounge manages it. Their presentation at the table was impeccable, as was the placement of my utensils. My waiter was poised without coming across as cold, and present without hovering. The delivery of my food was well timed. The presentation of the menu was impeccable. Everyone working here, from the staff at the door to the wait staff to the bar staff, all were willing to answer questions and were friendly and just generally wanted to help in any ways they could. Now, maybe this is policy at Magellans Lounge, or maybe they just had a really, really good staff that day, but either way, it's a 5 out of 5. Atmosphere is a 5 out of 5. I really, really like this location. It feels like so much effort went into making this place feel period accurate, while at the same time being comfortable and clean. It all starts when you first enter through the beautifully ornate front doors, and as you proceed into the restaurant, it does not disappoint. I personally was quite taken with the mural of constellations on the ceiling, but the giant story-and-a-half tall globe is also worth looking at. Basically, it's just a really great location, if only for looks. If I had any complaints, it would be that it doesn't really tie into any particular Disney-specific brand, but honestly, it is so well done that I do feel like it overcomes that. 5 out of 5. Price is a 2 out of 5. The food here is good. Really good. It's just not anything resembling cheap. That's fine, I'm willing to pay a bit more for quality food, but the portion sizes are not that great. So when you come here, you're getting quality food and you're also paying for the atmosphere and the presentation. You'll just probably end up wishing that there was more food involved. 2 out of 5. The food is a 4 out of 5. Like I said, the food here is really good. The chocolate cake I had was unbelievably smooth. It was like eating silk. The dessert that I didn't know what it was, that I thought was Japanese, is not actually a Japanese dessert. It's called Mont Blanc. I've never seen it before I came to Japan, so I sort of assumed that it was a Japanese dessert. Regardless, I don't care for its presentation, but it tasted really good. I liked the wine jelly. I don't particularly like wine and I don't particularly like jelly, yet somehow the two combined into something that I actually enjoyed, minus the aftertaste. The float was perfection, the coffee was quite tolerable after I added cream and sugar, and the fruit was very fresh. 4 out of 5. Overall, this gives Magellans Lounge an average rating of 4 out of 5, which is actually quite impressive. Well done. Before we move on, I'd like to make one small, not caveat exactly, but clarification. There are 2 eateries located at this location with very similar names. One, the one that I've reviewed here today, is called Magellans Lounge. The other is called Magellans and is reservations required. The two do not always share a menu and have different seating areas. So, Magellans Lounge, Magellans. You go through the same door to get to both, but they are technically different eateries. Something worth noting, perhaps. With a 4 out of 5, this ties Magellans Lounge with the Queen of Hearts Banquet Hall and the East Side Cafe. And I'm actually going to slot it in above the East Side Cafe. I know. Is anything ever going to beat out the Queen of Hearts Banquet Hall? I don't know. I honestly don't. I thought maybe this location would with how the ratings were going, but in the end, I just generally prefer feeling like I'm eating inside a movie than a general atmosphere. A really well done atmosphere, don't get me wrong, but general nonetheless. I also feel like the pricing and the portion sizes are better at Queen of Hearts Banquet Hall. Still, given all of that, it manages to snag 2nd place on the master list, and that's really, really good. Meanwhile, on the table service lineup, it once again ties with the East Side Cafe and once again beats it out, this time earning 1st place. So congratulations to Magellans Lounge for not only breaking the top 5, not only breaking the top 3, but managing to snag 1st place on one of the lists. Well done.